Episode 2, Acceptance. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Stoic Moment Podcast, where we set some time aside to think about the ideas and philosophies of Stoicism and consider how these ancient concepts are meaningful to us here in our modern lives. I hope you're all well and enjoying your day. Hopefully some of you will have joined me for episode 1, where we discussed the fundamental aim of Stoicism, understanding the dichotomy of control. That is to say, to acknowledge that there are things in life which are within our control, and there are some things, many things, which are not. To look a little deeper, I've divided this core principle into 3 distinct parts called the 3 A's: acknowledge, accept, action. The first, which we discussed in episode 1, is the acknowledgement that there is a difference between the things we can and can't control. The second concept, which I'll discuss in more detail on today's show, is that of acceptance. Because as great as it is to be able to come to a rational realization that there are things which we can and can't control, it's a whole new challenge being able to accept it. And it goes without saying that the greater the importance of the matter, the more difficult this can be for us. For example, imagine you went to the store because you really wanted to buy yourself a favourite drink. Except the store doesn't have it, so you have to buy an alternative. Sure, it may be disappointing, but you acknowledge that there's nothing you can do about it, you take the alternative, and you carry on with your day. Not a second thought. Now imagine you're going for a new job. It's a job you've wanted for a really long time. You've prepared for it. You wore your best interview clothes. You even managed to sleep well the night before. You leave the interview feeling like you did really well. You gave a good account of yourself and you know you're the right fit for this job. A little while later you get the call. You didn't get the job. You see, you did the right things. You prepared thoroughly. You wore the right clothes, gave all the right answers in the interview, but they didn't choose you. What more could you do? Well, sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes there's nothing more you could have done. Someone else might have done exactly the same as you, but they may have added a few more details in their answers. They may have smiled at just the right moment. They may know someone you don't. Ultimately, it does not matter. The fact is, it doesn't even really help to speculate. Sure, get all the feedback you can and take it with both hands humbly and learn from it. And finally, acknowledge and accept that the outcome of that interview was never in your control. Stoicism advises us to arrive at this understanding in an open-minded and objective way, rationally realizing that although there may be some things in our life in which we would give anything to have the final decision over, there will simply be times when that's not possible. The impact of both these scenarios can be really different, but the process is identical. The outcome is the same, and Stoicism teaches us to be accepting of this with grace and humility. In fact, the Stoics say that we should go one step further. They say that it's not enough that we accept it, but even that we should be thankful for it. As crazy as this may sound, in Stoic terms, this is a superpower, and it's something that we can all do today. Because now you're able to see the bigger picture for all it's worth, all it provides, across the whole spectrum of life. Nietzsche would call this gratitude for accepting things just as they are, AMOR FATI, the love of one's fate. When Epictetus spoke of embracing what life presents to us, he said, quote, "Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens the way it happens, then you will be happy." It's a chance to see the moment purely for what it is. It's an opportunity to embrace it and to see that no matter what, it can be an open door for better things. A way forward. Progress. Something didn't happen the way you wanted it to? AMOR FATI. That's okay. Here I stand, and on I go. Someone didn't react to you in the way you wanted? AMOR FATI. That's okay. Here I stand, and on I go. To gradually come to this way of thinking, and it is a gradual process because it's so alien to many of us, is liberating. You can see the world and its workings. You can see that there is so much you cannot control, and that's just how it is, and that's okay. Because you can also see that there are things that you definitely can. The very first thing you can control is how you greet these moments, how you accept them, with grace. That things have happened this way is exactly how they should. because within these circumstances we learn, we grow, we progress. AMOR FATI. Here I stand, and on I go. Thank you so much for tuning in today, everyone. As always, if you like what you've heard today, or if you think you know someone who would appreciate what we're doing here on the show, then please spread the word. Thank you once again, and we'll see you next time on the Stoic Moment Podcast.